A day may come when I do not write these stories, when the decency of common folk prevail, and those beardy necks think before they speak. But it is not this day. Yes, dear readers, I have a story about a neckbeard. He was after my lady, and he didn't realize that my lady fair could probably immobilize a Kodiak bear with a stern look. This particular story has been building up for a year and a half now. My fair lady, I will call her Spooky, and this took place at her workplace. While she'd been trying to find a career in graphics design, she's been working at the local McDonald's. She recently got promoted to morning shift manager. This works wonderfully for the both of us, as our schedules are practically the same, and we can spend our evenings together complaining about our days. Most of Spooky's stories center around a fellow coworker, whom we shall call McNeckbeard. He seems to irk Spooky more than any other person there. Flash forward to recently. Spooky and I were cuddled up on the couch. We were watching one of Markiplier's playthroughs, and we started talking about our day.
Seriously, people on my shift have the collective IQ of a Goomba. Would you like to hear what McBeard did today?
I have a feeling I'm going to whether I want it or not.
So, this stupid beanstalk decided it would be a wizzo idea to stop taking orders for a few minutes to, quote, let you poor girls catch up. And guess what happened?
The line backed.
The line backed the f up! And even worse, he was hitting on everyone who came through. Everyone! Guys, girls, old people, young people. It was so freaking creepy!
Damn, he sounds like a lonely bastard.
Ugh, I just hate the guy. Seriously, every day he works, it's all comments on mine and Allie's ass and how we'd look better in tighter shirts.
Christ alive, you're the manager, just tear him a new one.
I have, but the thick doesn't get it, no matter how much I yell at him.
Are we talking American thick or European thick?
I will kill you.
So after some minor pummeling from Spooky, I decided to visit her workplace the next morning, as it was my day off, and I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to observe a neckbeard in the wild. The morning came. Spooky leaves for work, and I follow right behind her. It's around 7 a.m. when our shift starts. I ambushed her and hugged and kissed her at the door, and we parted ways. Her towards the back, and myself to the order kiosk, casting my glance behind the counter, right at McBeard, behind the counter at one of the non-automated tills. He was tall and gangly, and he had a thick mustache and a long goatee, shallow eyes, and he had more bags than the local shop. His smile had more gums than teeth. My eyes flitted to his name tag, and sure enough, McBeard was proudly emblazoned across a plastic plate. I decided an interaction with him could not be passed on, so I opted to place my order with him, as opposed to using one of the order kiosks. His voice made me cringe so hard, I thought my spine would snap. You know the voice people use for flamboyant gay men? That. But dripping with sleaze. Well, aren't you looking McHandsome today, mister? What can I get for you, Oh my god, I've hit the jackpot. It took every fiber of my being not to laugh out loud. So I ordered a black coffee and bagel. I proceeded to sit close to the kitchen, that way I could manage to watch. 20 minutes later, and I was not disappointed. Spooky, how many times have I told you not to wear those pants? Your butt looks so totally flat. Doesn't show off your fine curves,
We've gone over this, McBeard. You don't talk to me like that. Keep it up, and I'll go to Bruce.
McBeard made a pouty face.
Oh, come on. Why are you so mean to me? I'm just being friendly.
No, friendly is saying hi and asking how my day is. What you're doing is f***ing harassment, you fart waffle.
And cue another pouty face.
Fine. How's your potato boyfriend?
He's actually my potato fiance, and if you call him that again, I'll make you swallow what little teeth you have left.
Oh, you're gonna marry him. Sad face.
Yes, he actually said sad face.
Yes, I'm marrying him. Wedding still for next October, right babe?
Spooky called over to me from the drive-thru. I'm sipping my coffee and glaring at McBeard. Sure is, love. Shall we invite your lovely coworker here?
No! I'd rather not have my wedding be weasel infested.
McBeard started glaring at me, and I raised my cup to him. And that's Mr. Potato to you, sir. So I was in a friend group with 7 other guys back in college. Keep in mind, almost all of them were independent and right-leaning. Many of them came from a very small town. You know, the more conservative areas. You know how you have that friend in the group that nobody really likes? We had one of those. For the sake of the story, we shall call him Jerkface. Jerkface had an unhealthy obsession with anime and computers. He would literally talk to us in computer code, basically trying to rub in our face how smart he was. Which was hilarious, because 2 of my best friends in the group both were computer science majors, and they say he was terrible at it most of the time. This dude did not know how to use deodorant or wash his clothes correctly, and I'm pretty sure he never knew that soap existed. He had the grossest, patchiest beard I've ever seen. Like, straight up didn't grow in some places, but the places where it did, it was easily over 3 inches long. He also had a really bad habit of getting super creepy with girls, which obviously they were like, oh heck no, and rejected him flat out. So it also made him super bitter. Nevertheless, he persisted. In my junior year of college, there was a girl. We shall call her Daisy. She was a friend of someone else in the group and started hanging out with us. She was very pretty and she was into gaming, video and card games, anime and coding. This was basically the perfect storm for Jerkface. He was relentlessly trying to get with her, trying to invite himself to help her with her computer science homework, even though she was in a higher level class than he was. He would try to roleplay in his text to her with some really weird cringy anime stuff, trying to show up my best friends with his extensive computer knowledge. Whenever he talked about anything remotely related to it with her, he'd try to speak Weibo Japanese to her. Now, I'm absolutely stupid with computers, and I asked Daisy one day if she could help me with my basic programming class. Mainly because my 2 other friends were away for the weekend, and I was even stupider asking for help in front of Jerkface. Not because he was mad that I didn't ask him, but because apparently Daisy was off limits. Because they were made for each other. He texted me all this, by the way. Yeah, buddy, screw you. I need help with my homework. I wasn't even interested in her anyway, so I didn't even know that he was going to get all amped up about it. As it turns out though, Daisy and I end up hitting it off pretty quickly. And we started hanging out with each other a lot. After about 3 weeks, we started dating, but we didn't tell anyone yet. A few weeks after that, we decided it was serious enough to make it Facebook official. Everyone in my group apparently saw it coming, and they were happy for us that we were together. Except for, you guessed it, Jerkface. After changing my status on Facebook, Jerkface stopped coming to our daily dining commons dinners, which I really didn't mind. One day though, he came back and sat as far away from me and Daisy as possible, talking to everybody else except for us. It was super awkward, but fine, whatever. Afterwards, one of the guys asked if we all wanted to chill at his house. He had a huge place where we could all fit. Naturally, we were all going. Except for Daisy. She said that she had too much homework and couldn't afford to procrastinate. Fast forward to the house. We're all at least 2 beers in, but none of us are actually drunk. Half of us are playing Call of Duty, and the other half is just chilling out on the couch. Jerkface slides over to me, on the other side of the couch out of nowhere. But I could smell him before I saw him. I looked down at my phone, and I saw Daisy was texting. In a joking way, I looked over at him. Hello? May I help you?
I don't understand.
What?
Daisy said she was straight.
Yes. As far as I know she is. Unless she's become a lesbian and forgot to tell me. That would be awkward.
It's always the girls in my dreams who end up being lesbians.
Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
If she was actually straight, she would have ended up with me. Because, you know, you have like a vagina and all. There's no way you'd be able to satisfy a straight woman.
Now for context. I'm a transgender man. While Daisy was surprised to find that out, she really didn't care. I've been on hormone therapies for over 3 years. Everyone in my friends group, except for Jerkface, had known me since freshman year, right before I started taking hormone replacements. They had always included me in the group and treated me like one of the guys from the very beginning, even when my voice was high-pitched and squeaky, and I even looked like I was 12. One of my best friends, who we will call BFF, even came with me into the men's locker room for the first time because I was nervous about going in there by myself. So Jerkface must not have realized how loud he said it, because suddenly the entire room went silent. Dude, what the f***?
What? I'm just saying that she can't be straight if she's dating this thing.
You're full of
But he's a girl. He's got a vagina.
Who cares?
I do. He stole the girl of my dreams, corrupting her with feminist cancer.
God, I wish I was making this up.
Now she's confused and needs a real man to bring her back.
You don't have to be a little jealous just because you're still a virgin and he can grow a better beard than you can.
Cue the half-drunk oohing from the rest of the group.
Hey, all I'm saying is that...
No, you shut the up. You've crossed the line. You've been a massive douche to them from the beginning. It's getting really annoying. She would have turned you down anyways, because you're a giant creep and everybody knows it. That's why she didn't want to go out with you, because you suck. Don't drag me into your sad, pathetic pity party and blame everyone else for your issues. They're really good together, and I didn't think you stooped so low as to pull this "you're not a real man" but apparently that was too much to expect from you. He always has been a real man, and you fucking know it.
What happened next was kind of a blur, because I was still thinking about what my friend said, because he's never been a person to get angry, nor confront anyone. A shouting match started between Jerkface and my best friend. Jerkface grabbed someone's beer bottle and smashed it against the floor. Obviously, the party host was beyond mad, and he kicked him out immediately. Thankfully, after that night, Jerkface found a new group of kids, who basically all look like Neckbeards. I did end up having him in one of my classes in another semester, but he said as far away from me as possible. But yeah, what an experience. But at least I know how much my friends have my back, and it's nice to see them stick up for me, and to see me as one of them. 2 years later, I was curious about Jerkface's Facebook. I had unfriended him years ago. It turns out he become basically a full incel, and he got charged for stalking women. He kept on raging about feminist cancer in the post detailing the stalking charge. I don't know if there's any hope for him. Thank you again for joining me for the Neckbeard experience. Hope you guys enjoyed these stories. I will be moving out soon, very soon, if I'm not already there by the time I post this. If I am, you guys will get stuff a lot quicker. I'll look forward to that. I hope you do too. I want to give a special thanks to my patrons over at patreon.com. They have helped out immensely, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you all very much, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. So just remember, have fun with your failures, or they'll have fun with you.